If I told you to draw a 6-foot blue-eyed male person, there are 3 things you would keep in mind: the height, the color of the person's eyes, and the gender of that person. Now, during the process of drawing this person, you would have to keep in mind all these features which I've just described to you. Now, in today's video, I am going to introduce the concept of variables and how to declare them in JavaScript. Think of a variable as a name you give to a person, so that anytime you want to do an activity with that person, you call the person's attention using that variable name. We want our computer to perform an action, that is, run a program that draws a person who is male, 6 foot tall, and has blue eyes. And this, my friends, brings us to the concept of data types in JavaScript. So we're going to be talking about the 3 major data types in JavaScript. A data type is simply the way you choose to store data or information. We have 3 major ways of storing data. First is the string data type, and then you have the numbered data type, and then you have the Boolean data type. When we want to declare a string variable, we use the let keyword followed by the variable name, and we set it equal to whatever value we want, but then we make sure to put it within double or single quotes. Also, when we want to declare a number variable, we use the let keyword followed by the variable name, and then we set it equal to whatever number we want to. And lastly, when we want to declare a Boolean variable, we use the let keyword followed by the variable name, and then we set it to either true or false. So now we're going to store the data from our example as variables in our program. So we want to store the height as a variable, and since this can be expressed as a number, we just put it in as 6. And as for the eye color, we are going to store it as a string variable, and this is because the eye color can only be expressed as a word, as in blue in this case. And then lastly, we can store the gender as a string variable because male and female can be read as words. However, one neat way that we can go about this is, since we know that there can only be 2 genders, which is male or female, we can then store it as a Boolean instead. And the reason why we can do this is because we know that the Boolean data type can attain either one of 2 values, true or false. So we declare a variable and call it is_male. So if the gender is male, we set it to true, and if the gender is female, we set it to false. There are a few rules for declaring variables which we are going to talk about in a later video, but for now you can check these ones out. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.